Orcas are my favorite marine mammal. What's going on, adventure buddies? My name is Brandon Ringstead, and welcome to Nature Meets Paper, the place where we go on an adventure to discover the world of marine biology. I love sharing my experiences with aquatic animals with you through science, stories, and art. It's my goal to raise awareness of our beautiful bodies of water and the creatures that live in them. I want this to be a safe place for anyone who wants to widen their horizons and go on an adventure. This community just hit 200 subscribers. Thank you so much. I can't do this without you. I am releasing new stickers and an opportunity for you to get a handwritten thank you note. Please stick around to the very end to hear how you can get this signed card and $1 off your stickers. Today we're discovering the mysterious waters of the Orca. Are you ready? Let's dive in. Orcinus orca are known as killer whales. Since they are not whales, rather the largest member of the Oceanic dolphin family, we call them orcas. There are two types of orcas, residents and bigs, previously known as transient orcas. Residents can be found in certain home ranges in large matriarchal groups known as pods. Bigs orcas are more solitary, having smaller pod sizes and roam the seas. Orcas can be found in every ocean around the planet. I will be focusing on the endangered clan in my backyard, the southern resident killer whales. The southern resident orcas consist of 3 pods, J, K, and L. A clan, by the way, is broken up by dialect. All members of a clan have a similar communication pattern. Where can we find the southern resident orcas? I said my backyard, but I didn't really mean physically in my backyard. It's too grassy and mossy to support swimming. I meant it in my home state of Washington. The southern resident orcas range from Monterey Bay, California, Oregon, Washington, and British Columbia, Canada. During the winter and spring, southern resident orcas can be found in warmer waters off the coast of California and Oregon. Then they spend most of their summer and fall in the Puget Sound, Strait of Juan de Fuca, and Georgia Strait. These 3 bodies of water are known as the Salish Sea. If you have never been to the Salish Sea, I highly recommend it. Now that we know a range, what kind of habitat do orcas like? They can commonly be found in water between 65 and 984 feet deep. They like kelp beds, rocky shores, seagrass, open water, and all sorts of good habitat for a large oceanic dolphin. Although they are found in deeper water, this doesn't mean that they are always far from shore. The water drops off quickly here. Even then, orcas can go to shallow water to play, hunt, or rub against the round beach rocks. Orcas commonly get sea lice. One way for them to clear dead skin and these parasites is a behavior known as beach rubbing. The orcas will swim along the shore of a round, rocky beach and get exfoliated. The dead skin and sea lice rubs off, leaving the orcas silky smooth. So, what do orcas look like? They are a marine mammal, meaning they are warm-blooded, have tiny hairs, and breathe air. Orcas have large, streamlined, round bodies that are black and white. Their dorsal surface, fluke or tail, and pectoral fins are black. A white section runs on the bottom of the whale from the chin to the anal cavity. Behind their eye is a round white mark known as a false eye. All orcas look like this. Now, there are variations in color, shape, and size, of course. But that is a basic orca body style. Orcas are toothed whales. They use echolocation to find their way around their environment and to locate prey. They have a soft fatty area on their head known as a melon. This melon directs and amplifies sound out of the body. That sound gets bounced back and picked up to give a sound map of their surrounding areas. Here's a question for you. how do orcas hear this bounced back sound? I don't see any ears on whales. If you have ever been underwater, it is difficult to determine where a sound comes from. Humans are not good at this, but toothed whales are excellent at determining where a sound came from and how far an object is to them. The thing is, whales do have ears. They have ear holes behind their eyes. Here's the weird thing. That isn't where they pick up the sound. So if they don't use their ear holes to pick up sound and send a signal to the brain, where do they do this? It turns out that their lower jaw acts as a receiver for directional sound. Inside their jaw is a layer of fatty wax. Each side has a layer. This fatty wax is connected to the nerves and bones of the ear, and that is crazy. So how large do the largest oceanic dolphin get? On average, male orcas grow to 8 meters and females grow to 7 meters long. Males can reach weights up to 15,800 pounds, where females are lighter. And now that is a sturdy animal. All this identification has been general for all orcas. How do you recognize and identify a southern resident orca? There are two things to look for. The dorsal fin has a rounded and curved backward leading edge to their dorsal fin, and they have an open saddle patch. There are open and closed saddle patches behind the dorsal fin. Each one is unique and can help identify the individual. An open saddle patch has a stripe of black cutting into it. A closed saddle patch does not. Now, I like thinking of it like hearts and whale tails. Closed saddle patches look like little hearts when viewed from above, and open can look like a whale tail. It is easy to identify a baby or calf. They are small, and for the first year of their life, lighter in color, and their white spots are tinted orange. Let's discover some behaviors. Pods are led by matriarchal families. Females live to about 80 or 90 years in the wild, where males live to 50 or 60. Orcas mate with different partners through their lives. The male does not partake in caring for the young. Females are the ones who teach the new calf the social dynamic and dialect of the pod. As soon as they are born, they are part of the family. They need to learn the traditions, how and when to play, and to hunt. Southern resident orcas are chatty. They are always talking with clicks, whistles, and chirps. They can do this because they need to organize every individual when hunting or traveling. They keep tabs on all of the members of the family. It is rare for a southern resident orca to stray more than 100 meters away from the pod. This is a good time to discover the diet and population health of the southern resident orcas. What do orcas eat? There are fish eaters and there are mammal eaters. The southern resident orcas are fish eaters. Their diet consists of mostly salmon. 78% Chinook in spring and fall, 11% chum in fall, 5% coho, 2% steelhead, and 1% sockeye. They also eat Pacific herring and some species of rockfish. They have also been seen playing with the body of a giant Pacific octopus. Many people think that orcas can just change their diet to eat anything, and this isn't true. They need to eat roughly 300 pounds of fatty fish a day. The key here is fatty. It is high in nutrients, and a large fish has more calories. It isn't energy efficient to go after a skinny fish, a bony fish, or a tiny fish. They need to have these bigger, fatty fishes. So how are the southern resident orcas doing? The IUCN Red List has them listed as endangered. There are currently 74 members of the J clan, the smallest being from K pod, then J pod, and then the largest portion is from L pod. These orcas are at risk from dietary disease, toxins, pollution, and vessel traffic and noise. The stock of Chinook salmon is decreasing. It is leaving the orcas hungry. They also are being affected by toxins and pollution. The harshest toxin that is affecting the orcas are known as PCBs, or polychlorinated biphenyls. These toxins bioaccumulate up the food web and land at the apex predators, which are the orcas. This chemical compound affects reproductive organs and the ability to fight disease and compromises the immune system. When orcas die due to PCBs and other chemicals, they must be taken away as toxic waste. In a culture that is based off echolocation and sound for everything, vessel noise and sonar have no place in the water. People try to escape loud situations and get some quiet when exposed to short periods for a time. There is no peace and quiet in the water. Sound travels so fast and so far that there is always background noise. So what can we do? We can eliminate or reduce what chemicals and pollution get into our water systems. We can also start developing technology that is quieter and less messy. We don't want the animals that represent the Pacific Northwest to go extinct. Let's get to our last segment. Now, I typically talk about my personal encounter with the animal I am painting. I am usually working from a reference photo I took. But this painting is more of a celebration of life, subscriber count, and season finale. This September was a month full of 2 baby calf announcements. J-Pod expanded by 2 bouncy, bubbly baby boys. Who are these new kids? The first calf born is denoted as J57. His mother is J35. She is the same female that carried her dead calf for 1,000 miles and 17 days back in 2018. Unfortunately, it is common for the first calf to not survive, but her second calf is looking healthy and is playing in the waves. The second mother is J41. Don't worry, orcas have names as well as ID numbers. She was seen by a tour boat a few days ago. She was acting funny. She was at the surface for a while and was playing with what people thought was a seal carcass, waiting and watching for the reveal of what she was doing. To the relief and joy of the naturalists on board the vessel, up popped a new member of the J-Pod. They were there for its birth. J41 was assisting her new baby to the surface to help it breathe. A few days later, it is spy-hopping, playing, and breaching. As healthy as ever. I'm familiar with the southern resident orcas. I'm not an expert by any means. I get such joy when I see orcas. There is a calm right before my heart starts racing. My eyes focus. I start recording the events. I am an observer at heart. I love looking and listening to everything that is happening. It takes me a lot of time to react with emotion. In the moment, I am usually incredibly happy, almost giddy. It takes a few hours to process and really feel the rush and breadth of the emotions that went on. And this happens in most of my life. Orcas are the reason I became a marine biologist. I was 6 years old when I decided I want to work with sea creatures. It is interesting to see where you can go if you put your mind to it. I never would have thought I would have been a public educator. I am so glad life took me to this route. I get to research sea creatures and paint them for you. I get to learn how wonderfully created this world is. For this painting, I didn't have a reference photo. I had to create the composition. I wanted this to be my favorite painting that I have done. I want a sense of calm flowing through the motion of the orcas. I want a warm glow to burn in your hearts. I want to reach out, show that there is light in the darkness, reveal a new world that we share with these wonderful animals. I give thanks to God that He has put me where I am. I give thanks to you for supporting the crazy ideas that I come up with in order to show you the beauty beneath the waves. I also give thanks to the orcas that live in my backyard. It is such a blessing to have you as a neighbor. There we have it. This painting is finished and I hope you had fun along the way. Please stick around to hear about this month's charity opportunity. Welcome to October. I always support the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention in this month. Now, my family typically hosts a suicide prevention golf tournament to support AFSP during this month, but due to certain situations of 2020, it had to be canceled. Don't worry, I'm still donating though. Suicide is a hard topic for me since it is hit so close to home. And I know the effects that it has on loved ones. It makes me sad and it makes my heart ache that somebody would take their own life. Now, I don't know your situation. I don't know your darkness, your secrets, your regrets, your shame, your loneliness. I don't know any of that if you're going through those things. But I do know that you are a person who is seen, who matters, who is enough, who is loved and shines brightly. I found out while writing this that one of my high school classmates took their own life. I don't know this young woman very well, and I'm not gonna act like I did, but I do know I have friends who are really close to her. If you're feeling down and need help, please reach out and get the help that you need. If you need to chat or need a friend, I am more than willing to be that person to sit beside you while you're working through this. If you would like to donate, I will leave a link in the description of this video. Now let's transition to a positive and celebratory note. We reached 200 subscribers, which means there are 200 plus of you who decided to join this community, this family, this pod. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate all of you. I am releasing new designs for my vinyl stickers as a celebration. Now, in the past, I have done a giveaway, but this only shines a spotlight and really gives thanks to one person. I want to widen that spectrum and give a thanks to everyone who has been involved, anyone who wants to participate. And what I want to do is I want to give you the opportunity to receive a handwritten thank you note on one of my greeting cards that I designed as a thank you. Now, if you purchase a sticker, which is $1 off from October 3rd to $11.59 on October 10th, in between that window, you will receive a handwritten thank you note as well as your stickers. Links are in the description. Make sure to tag me in your photos using hashtag #NatureMeetsPaper. I would love to see where you place your stickers, whether it's on a water bottle, laptop, or anywhere else. Thank you so much for watching. Subscribe if you like, and ring the notification bell to be notified when I post new content. I do my best to post new content every other weekend. Since this is the Season 5 finale, I will be taking a little bit of time to organize Season 6. Thanks again. Spread love, curiosity, and creativity. I've been Brandon, and I will see you in our next adventure.